After Ange Postecoglou was sacked from Spurs, there was only one thing we could do. Yes, we have to see how my dad would rebuild Spurs from this point. Because I'm sure he can finish higher than 17th place. So I gave Dad 5 seasons to take over his beloved Spurs to see what he could do on Football Manager. Well, Dad, with Ange Postecoglou being sacked,
yes,
who's seen that coming? After winning the Europa League. But you've made yourself Spurs manager, and we're going to see what you would do if you were given the opportunity, which instead of Thomas Frank, who's just been announced
as
the Spurs manager. Are you happy with that, by the way?
I am happy with that, yeah. I was a bit like that with Ange, really, because I felt that he was, with the injuries that Spurs had that virtually the whole part of the season, it was a bit of hard luck, really, because when he did have all his players available at the beginning of the season and the end of the last season, we played really well. But I always felt watching the game when we had all the injuries and all the young lads playing, especially around the Christmas time and all that, he never had a second plan. You know, we weren't good enough to play that role or that formation. We should have been playing another formation, and he just didn't change it. So I feel, Ange, you sort of brought it upon yourself, really. Bit of bad luck, but thanks for bringing the cup to us against Man United as well. So
I picked the perfect time to go on holiday, by the way. I landed the same day of the final, so it was going to go either way. Either I would have been away for Dad for 11 days and couldn't brag, or I was away for Dad for 11 days and wasn't allowing him to brag. I didn't even ring you in for the first week.
No, you didn't. No.
Just to stay away from it. But there we go. Well done.
But I am really pleased with the new manager.
Yeah.
I think he's a very, very good manager in the Premier League, so I feel that things can only get better for us now. It would be interesting to see. And I hope that the fans and Daniel Levy give him a good season and a half to bring in what he wants to bring in. I mean, he's got a good time now that he can bring in a couple of players now, but give him a good season. Give him
He's done very well.
We can only get better this season, I reckon.
Yeah, so. He's done very well with players that aren't necessarily the biggest reputation players. If you look at the Brentford team that he has had, I mean, he lost Ivan Toney. Didn't really feel like they lost Ivan Toney, did it?
No, it didn't.
With Visa and Mbuemo and etc. Like they had a great team.
Yeah.
And he coached very well through Thomas Frank. So yeah, I'm excited to see what Thomas Frank actually does for Spurs. I very much doubt they'll finish down in 17th. Like Spurs did this season.
No. And the good thing is, it's a new thing for him as well, playing in Europe. I don't know whether he has played in Europe.
I can't remember.
No, I don't think he has. So being in the Champions League as well. So it's a big thing for him. So it's a learning curve for him as well. And that's why I hope they give him a good season. Really, to sort of he's learning as he's going, but he's inheriting a really, really good, I would say, defence midfield sort of team. I'm not. If it was me, I'm not happy with the strike force that we've got.
Okay.
So, and that'll show.
All right, well, let's have a look at them, because Dan, in the first season, we've done the most up-to-date database that we could use using fminside.com or .net. I can't remember. But either way, I'll leave a link to that database. Thanks to those guys for supplying that database, so we had the most up-to-date teams that we could when I gave this to Dad. And that meant that one player was available on a free transfer, and Dad snapped him up straight away. It's Kevin De Bruyne.
Yes, and what first player I thought about getting on a freebie. It's not going to cost me a single penny. What a midfielder player this could be as well in our midfield. He wants to stay in the Premier League, I reckon.
No, you don't. He's already signed for Napoli.
Well, I know he's already signed, but I reckon he would have gone to Spurs though. In the Champions League. Well, he's come to Spurs. He was happy to come to Spurs. I got him very easily.
Oh,
I mean, straight away, he's a world-class.
You've always been funny, ain't you? You always get your crowds and crackers.
He's a world-class midfielder. Straight into my team. Yeah, I'm pleased to get him. This, I'll tell you what, he can already make a difference in my midfield. Come on.
That was brilliant. That was really good from you. All right, other signings. I had to bring in. Diogo Costa.
For about 4 seasons now, maybe more, I've moaned about Spurs' goalkeeper, and I still don't like the keeper we've got now. So first signing I want to make is going to be this goalkeeper, and he's 23, Diogo Costa. I've got him in now.
All right.
For the 5 seasons, I've got him.
Diamonde also joining the club.
Yeah, and 19-year-old young boy. I mean, my defence is really good, but this boy will help as well.
Okay. Gutierrez at left back. Udogi's already there.
And Dogi's already there, but I didn't have a reserve one, and he's good. He's really good.
Hang on, no. Let's rewind about 2 minutes ago, where you went, "Oh yeah, they've got great defence, Midfield's all right. It's the strikers.
Yes.
You haven't signed one.
I know. And
Because then you got Thomas Lamar. So, what absolute horse bollocks were you talking there?
I wanted to make sure everything was all fine.
Because you spent, 60, 95, 120, So roughly about 130 million pound was spent, not one player in the forward position, after you just went, striker's the position that we really need.
To tell you the problem I had, I couldn't find anybody better than Song. And I'm only playing one up front.
Right, so let's have a look at it then. Son is up front, De Bruyne is in behind. We've got Maddison.
Lamar to come in on that left-hand side with Maddison, and Song just went as striker every time. And I just could not find a striker that was going to take over from Song. So I thought, right, sort everything else out. We'll sort the strike force out later on.
Okay, right.
I mean, that looks good though, doesn't it? You got to admit. It's better than just speeding forward every season, every game.
Start of the season, you have won 3 out of 3. You beat Sunderland, Brighton, and Nottingham Forest. So nobody amazing in terms of the what we class as the big six or those sort of clubs. But Forest did very well last year. Brighton's obviously good. Newly promoted Sunderland are always going to struggle, especially on this, because they don't have any signings come through yet. But as we said, you're in the Champions League. We've got a few. It's the old school Champions League for the first season as normal, but it's Atletico Madrid, Leverkusen, and Dinamo Kiev. By Leverkusen, by the way, who would have Florian Wirtz, maybe. I can't remember on this database whether Wirtz has gone or not. By the looks of it, he has. No, there he is. Yeah. So he's still at Bayer Leverkusen, because when I gave you this database, Liverpool had not signed him yet.
Yeah, and I did look at buying him, and I thought,
they do have Erik ten Hag, though.
Yeah, I looked at it buying him, and I thought, well, no, because I do know he's going to go to Liverpool.
Yeah.
So, and I thought that wouldn't be fair there, so I left him there.
Yeah, but it looks like Frimpong has gone though. He's gone to Liverpool. A lot of people are already saying to Erik ten Hag, well, if you got 150 million pound, you can bloody take Onana and all of that lot with you. But no, and Anthony. But we'll let him off now.
The one result I was quite pleased with on there, and even though I lost, was losing 1-0 against PSG in the Super Cup.
Yeah,
because they have got a hell of a side.
Kvaratskhelia with the.
So I was quite pleased with that result, really.
All right, well, after 5 seasons, then I've got in my head where I think you should be after 5 seasons. What do you think you would? Where's your target for after 5 seasons with Spurs?
Win the Premier League.
What? That's it?
Well, no, but that's where I want to be. I want to be definitely challenging for the Champions League.
Yeah.
If not won the Champions League, but definitely challenging for it, getting into the last 4 at least. But my main goal is to win the Premier League. Got to be.
Yeah.
I've got to be better in the Premier League.
Yeah.
We've already won a European Cup.
I think with the money that you're spending and your knowledge on Football Manager, outside of saying that you should need to buy strikers, then don't buy any strikers, and also saying Kevin De Bruyne would want to go to Spurs, which is 2 alarm bells already that's been ringing in this. I think by season 3 you should have won the league. By season 5 you should have won a Champions League, maybe even going for a second.
Yeah.
That's where I think after 5 seasons you should be. So let's see what happens in season 1, because it's probably going to be better than 17th. Well, it's very good compared to 17th. It is second place.
Yes. I couldn't catch Liverpool, but
just behind Liverpool.
I'm pleased with that. Definitely pleased with that.
Just for 1 loss in comparison, 3 points in comparison to them. So it's not bad at all, really.
Yeah, I'm really pleased with that. That's a good start for me. I'm happy with that. Got me back into where I think Spurs should be in the top 4.
Okay, well, looking at this, Kevin De Bruyne has had a great season. He's got player of the match 7 times with the 2nd highest average rating, and he also got 16 assists.
Yeah.
So that is really good from him. Diogo Costa had 16 clean sheets, which was the 2nd highest. So he was joint 2nd in that. But then Andre Onana has 16, so I don't know. What do you class as good or not?
I mean, I'm looking at that Erling Haaland 30 goals and also the highest average rating. So
yeah,
he's had a good season, and
yet they still finished
them
11 points behind you.
I'm really pleased with that.
So very well done. But let's have a look at the past positions at this season then. So you were top for some while.
Yeah, I was pushing Liverpool all the way.
Yeah, and it was a title race between Liverpool and Spurs. So that would have been awful for a Man United fan. Man United, well, me, really, because it would be you going on about Spurs and then all my mates who are Liverpool fans and our biggest rivals going on about Liverpool. But yeah, not too bad at all. What about the other competitions? We do have a runners-up in the FA Cup.
Yes. Disappointed with that one.
Yeah, quarter-final of the Carabao Cup. So in the FA Cup, you lost to Ipswich, who are in the Championship, by the way. That's mental. Kieran McKenna's doing wonders there, beating you on penalties.
Yes, I can't believe it.
That's mental. Champions League is still, the final still to be played between Man City and PSG. Where did you get to? Quarterfinals, Manchester City knocked you out.
Yeah.
And it was an 8-5 aggregate score.
Yeah, they've done me
It was
proper,
entertaining.
Really. Yes, I mean, all the games against Man City are going to be there, weren't they?
Yeah. So let's have a look at the squad then for this season. De Bruyne was your top scorer. 23 goals and 21 assists from the veteran now, 32 years of age. Son only getting 17. That's poor.
I must admit, I am disappointed with Son.
Do you know what you should have done? You should have bought a striker at the start of the season.
Yeah.
Solanke got 15 in
Solanke
16.
got 15. That's the one I feel that I'll probably be replacing. And Son, I might keep. Was he now 31? I'll keep him for another season. But Kevin De Bruyne, I mean, what a free signing that was. I mean, he's put me exactly where I wanted to be, the second in the league.
Yeah.
And that's just through to him, really.
All
23 goals, 21 assists. Can't ask for no more than that in free signing.
£47 million to do season number 2's transfer window. That's enough to make a dent in something, especially with a couple of player sales. But with this Spurs team, I mean, it's one of those things, and I hope you don't fall for it again, because you always seem to do. This team just needs 1 or 2 players and not 4 or 5 okay players.
I mean, I'm looking at that defence now, and I know the ages of all those players. With Diego Costa there, I could see me keeping that defence.
Yeah, you don't need to touch them, really.
No, not really, no. As long as I don't lose any of them 5, I could see that being my finishing defence.
And you got Diamande as well, who played 29 starts and 17 off the bench. All right, let's see what happens then for season number 2. Well, after just one season, Kevin De Bruyne has left the club. What a season he had, and then selling him for £60 million.
Good business, really, isn't it? Get him in on a freebie. Does one good season for me, and then get 60 million for him. I'd be a mug not to take that, really.
Well, it depends how you replaced it.
That's right.
The big question.
I mean, that's the big gamble I've got, because he was my league and goal scorer. It is a big gamble, but when they came calling for 60 million, I just thought, I'm not turning that down.
Well, he wasn't the only one, because Heung-min Son has also left the club.
And I wasn't sure about selling this guy, because I know I've sold it before when I've done challenges with Spurs and all that, and it backfires on me sometimes, because he is hard to replace. So I mean, he's already scored 7 goals in 5 games, but 76 million is a lot of money.
So let's see how you did replace him. There was a couple of other players, including Vicario, who left the club as well, the goalkeeper. Manor Solomon also left for £12 million. So a few players did go out, but coming in, there was a lot. And 3 new strikers. El Yowahi was one of them. £66 million from Frankfurt, who are very good at selling strikers for a lot of money.
Good young striker as well.
Yeah,
he wasn't going to be my best striker.
No, because you then brought in both Alexander Isak and Victor Osman. So Isak has joined from Newcastle for £105 million. After a good season there, he's got 3 and 4 already with an assist. And Victor Osimhen for £103 million from Napoli.
Yeah, I mean, this is a hell of a sign. I challenge anybody to go out and get him, really, in the Premier League. That's where this guy should be coming to the Premier League. It's such a pity that he's not going to, but I had a chance of getting him, so I got him. Okay,
well, want the only signings, we've got Marco Carnesecchi, so it's a good backup goalkeeper there for Diogo Costa. Looks like Big Rob 14, doesn't it?
It does, doesn't it? Yeah.
And then finally, Nicolo Zaniolo for £30 million from Galatasaray. Of course, he played at Aston Villa last season, I think it was. So he has played in the Premier League.
Yeah, he's in that sort of position where I need that sort of a better player than what Lamar is that I had for that position. So yeah, good replacement, I feel.
Well, tactically, very similar to what you set up with last season.
Yeah.
But with 2 strikers instead. We've got Osman and Isak up front.
Looking a lot better already now, isn't it?
Yeah, Valuahi on the bench. Brennan Johnson is another backup.
Yeah. I mean, Brennan Johnson's another player that I sort of looked at sort of selling a couple of times, but I thought, no, he's just so good for a backup for so many positions, and he always scores goals. So no, that's my striking force going for it now. Okay,
well, start the season. We have had 3 wins. 3 wins out of 4. Draw to Manchester United there, but beating Everton and West Ham, and then the big one, beating Arsenal at the Emirates.
Yes.
Who also have Marcus Thuram, so they've signed a striker as well.
Yes.
But yeah, good start to the season.
Pleased with it so far. This is it. Here we go.
Okay, well, let's find out. Season number 2. How do we get on? Still only 2nd place.
Only lost 2 games. I just drew one game.
One more too many than Liverpool, who got 96 points, 94 for Spurs there.
I mean, look at the goal difference as well.
Yeah, far superior goal difference, but they conceded 27 goals only.
That's the way it goes, isn't it? I mean, it's good. It's such a good season for me, and I've done exactly what I wanted to do. I am where I am. I mean, look at, I'm just dominating.
The only thing that they had a player in was Alisson.
Yeah.
No goal scorers, no average rating, no player of the match or assist. I mean, the assist, 4 out of 4, all of them from Spurs.
Yeah. I mean, I've dominated it really. The 2 leading goal scorers as well.
Yeah.
So, and it's not the 2 I thought it would be neither. Whereas Isaac in that, so he's not there, is he? So, but yeah, I'm pleased with the season, but I'm not. But Liverpool are an hard side to beat. You know, they've done.
They lost 2
really,
games.
They are a really good side at the moment. One of them was
City
against me.
Yeah, both away. You lost to Brentford and Newcastle. So
Yeah.
Newcastle got revenge on you there.
Yeah, they did. Yeah.
And Brentford for beating Thomas Frank to the job.
I mean, that's the game that's cost me. I feel.
Yeah.
The Newcastle one I can handle, but the Brentford one I feel I should have won that game really. But yeah, that's cost me.
Games without losing.
And yet Brentford finished below Newcastle.
20 games in a row without losing at one point.
Yeah.
And Liverpool still won it.
Liverpool stayed there, didn't they? I mean, I don't know what it was over the whole season.
By the looks of it.
Yeah, Liverpool stayed there again, second season. So
halfway through the season and they were there, you just couldn't catch them.
That's the team to beat. And I've got to make sure that I'm there or thereabouts when they have a little blip, and I've got to be there and jump in.
Yeah. Or beat them twice.
Yes.
That's what you got to do.
Yeah.
Other competitions, though. We have Carabao Cup. Yes. So we have our first trophy.
Yes.
Which is
Always
the Carabao
win something
Cup.
in my second season.
Oh, God. Yeah.
I've heard that before.
Very different in comparison, isn't it? The Carabao Cup or the Europa League. But beating Leeds in the final there, who also knocked you out of the FA Cup in the 3rd round. And look who knocked you out in the Champions League. The dirty rats of Rennes on penalties as well.
Had to be them, didn't it?
Disgusting. Bayern Munich went on to win that one, but there we go. All right, let's cross the squad then. 40 goals for Victor Osimhen. Not bad at all. El Yowahi with 37. 30 for Isak, so he had a lot of goals, but I'm guessing they just weren't in the Premier League. He had 20 Premier League goals, so still good.
Yeah.
So not too bad at all.
I mean, over the 3 strikers I brought in, that's brilliant.
Yeah.
107 goals, so I've got to be happy with that.
Yeah,
and
absolutely.
I am, so yeah.
Okay. Transfer budget for next season, though, £78 million. Will this system stick around, though? That's the big question, because I reckon it'll be chopped up and tinkered with. Let's have a look for season number 3. Season number 3 then, the year of the midfielder, it seems, because James Maddison has left for £69 million to Real Madrid. He wishes.
Yeah. I couldn't believe it when it was Real Madrid
on their bench, probably.
Well, I'll let him go because he'll just moan that I didn't let him go.
Yeah.
So I let him go.
So he is gone. But you have brought in 3 players, all of which can play in that centre defensive midfield position, which tells me the tactic has definitely changed, because there's no way you sign this many with just that one position and Yves Bissouma and Sarr both there. So Manu Kone has joined the club, a very good, sort of well-rounded midfielder.
Well, to be honest, I felt that my attack force is probably the best in the league, and I've got one of the best defence in the league, so it's got to be midfield I've got to improve then, hasn't it?
£77 million that he's come in from Roma. Then we've got 2 players, Geertruida, who is naturally a defender but can also play in that defensive midfield spot.
Yeah. I mean, for me, that's a squad player.
Yeah, he's very good.
Yeah, he's in a lot of positions. You get an injury and he's just going to drop in there, isn't he? So
and
no brainer that one.
Finally, Javi Guerra for £77 million, bit more of an advanced centre midfielder there. Who can go forward and possibly score a goal, pretty much taking James Maddison's position.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah,
that's
Maddison's main sort of replacement, really.
Tactically, it didn't change as much as what I thought it would. It has changed, but not as much as what I thought. We've got an advanced playmaker in Kone in there, Bissouma's still there, which means 2 of the players doesn't even go into the first team.
They don't know, but it's just a strong midfield now, I feel.
Yeah.
You get an injury in there, I've got 2 or 3 replacements for right across the midfield.
Okay, well, schedule. You're at the start of the season. You are top of the league. It's 3 wins from 3. Hull City, Newcastle, and Everton, with Isak scoring pretty much main crux of the goals.
Gone to Newcastle and done them.
Yeah, 2-0, two goals against Newcastle there. They're absolutely hating that, especially when they've had to replace him with Jonas Wind.
Yeah,
he probably isn't scoring as many as Isak, but there we go.
I haven't played any of the big boys yet, so I'm not jumping up too early.
Season 3 is when I said you should have won the league by then, and at the minute we are just finishing runners up.
It's how good Liverpool can stay this season.
Nobody remembers the team that finishes in second place.
Yeah. I've improved the team, I feel, the squad. So it's just how good did Liverpool improve their team this season, I feel.
Okay, well, they've actually dropped points already at the start of the season, drawing to Fulham and losing to Nottingham Forest. So is this the prime opportunity for Dad to lift the Premier League title with Spurs? It is, but Dad still hasn't managed to do it. And on the final day of the season, Manchester City have beaten you to the league title.
Chucked it away.
That is
absolutely
poor.
Chucked it away. Last game of the season.
West Ham away, 4-1. Got battered by them. And you beat Man City towards the end of the season, which probably meant that you went top off the back of that. You did, with 4 games remaining.
The whole season, top of the league virtually.
That is crazy.
Absolutely gutted.
Isak with 23 goals.
You're looking at it straight away. Man City and myself lost 9 games.
Yeah, that's really bad.
Should be winning the league.
No.
Losing 9 games. I mean, Liverpool only lost 7.
Yeah.
So they've got to be disappointed.
Yeah, they finished on the same points as you. You had a far greater goal difference than them.
Absolutely gutted.
So far, you're off target compared to what I gave you.
Yeah. I'm pleased that I'm doing so well, but just chuck it away like that the last game of the season. You just chuck the whole season away. Losing, you just say it with West Ham 4-1.
Yeah.
Oh, no.
Unless you've won all the other cups. But
Get
the
in.
Champions League has been won.
Get in.
So a final
PSG
win
as well,
against
and they are a
PSG.
good side as well, so I'm happy with that. And I won the cup as well.
Oh, there was a chance there of a quadruple.
Yes.
Semi-final by Manchester City, who went on to win it, probably. Yeah, it beat Arsenal 6-1. Bloody hell. Beat Carabao Cup. Everton in the final, also to lift the Carabao Cup. But the Champions League has been won. So the league phase, top of that. Top 8 of that.
Man City were top of that as well.
Yeah. Going into the round of 16, straight into round 16, beating Real Madrid 6-0. Unlucky Madison. Quarter-final knocking out the other Madrid side 8-1. And then the semi-final beating Barcelona. So it was a full Spanish
7-1
knockout stage.
I didn't just beat them, I hammered them.
Yeah, all 3 of them to then face PSG in the final and win 4-2 in that final. And looking at it as well, they took the lead through Kolo Muani. He went in 2-1 leaders in Amsterdam at the halfway point, and it was 2 late goals to confirm it. Brennan Johnson and Zaniolo getting 2 goals after 90 minutes to confirm it. Well done.
Yes, I'm
There's
pleased
the
with that.
Champions League.
I mean, I am really disappointed with losing the league because it had been a really good season.
Yeah.
But to win the Champions League and be that close to winning the league, good season.
El Yawahi got 24 goals. He only started 21 games. He's had a great time there.
It's such a good signing that to have him behind the other 2.
I mean, Isak was your top scorer of the league with 39, and we've got Victor Osimhen with 21 and 12. That's not amazing.
He only played 37 games, though, so I'm probably he had an injury or something.
Still more than El Yawahi, though.
Yeah.
Still more than him. Manu Kone's had a great first season, though, with 15.
Yeah, definitely, yeah.
Kulusevski's done well off the bench. So was off the wing, Zaniolo is very similar too. And Porro getting 14 assists. But all right, £27 million. The money is starting to catch up now after you spent all of that, but as expected, really.
Yeah, definitely, yeah.
Going into season number
Daniel
4.
Levy don't like spending a lot of money, and he's given me a lot of money so far, so I expected this to be... he's probably looking at it thinking, look at the size wages I'm paying at the moment. You're not having a lot of money.
Exactly. So season 4, we have to bring in that Premier League title.
Yeah.
Have to. But who do you bring in to do it? All right, 2 players have left the club. Wilson Odobert for £12 million. Thomas Lemar for 34. So he still made a profit off Thomas Lemar because he only came in for £6 million 3 seasons ago. But he didn't play anything last season.
No.
So he left the club for a good amount of money. And only one name has joined the club. And it's a Real Madrid player in Rodrigo. £110 million. What a player, though.
Oh, definitely, yeah.
But he does come off the wings, which tells me something might have changed in the system. So £110 million for Rodrigo from Real Madrid. And he now fits into a what? I was for sure thinking we'd see him go out on the wings, but no, he goes into the attacking midfield position.
If I put him out on the wing,
there.
I lose the other guy, don't I? So with this way, I've got both of them in. Konchesky, so I loses him. So
Kulusevski, it's not even close with Konchesky. I don't know where you get the name Konchesky.
Kulusevski. I mean, that's a player I didn't really want to lose out of the team because he is so dangerous. Doesn't this look bad now?
Good.
That's what I mean.
Yeah.
This looks really, really good coming forward now.
All right. Okay. We got a lot of good options off the bench as well. You think Elyowahi and Javi Guerra,
Yeah.
Diamonde. There's a good player in every single position, pretty much. Bentancur is also there. Sarr didn't even get into the team, all being registered for European games. That's how strong this squad is now. And at the start of the season, it has been loads of wins, including beating the champions, Manchester City, who have Rafael Leao as well. Who is their manager? Is it still Pep? It's not. It's Unai Emery, that's kind of scary, to be fair.
Yeah.
Aston Villa, Brentford, Forest, all wins as well.
Who's Villa's manager then? Would it be Pep?
No, very. Oh, yes, Villa. Woo! That's what we're talking about.
Yes.
That's what we want to see, Aston Villa. Know your place. Sean Dyche. Brilliant. All right, so Newcastle, they still got Eddie Howe? No, it's Thomas Tuchel. Well, not doing great for England, is he? And then Arsenal, still Arteta? No.
There's Pep. We knew he wouldn't be gone forward,
Yeah, I reckon Arteta's gone to Barcelona. Maybe?
Yeah.
That's normally where he ends up, isn't it? Unemployed.
Oh.
He's been unemployed for the last 2 seasons. Wow. Okay.
Having a nice break.
Yeah. Well, that's what happens when you don't win anything.
Yeah. Hey,
Just saying, 5 years, Arsenal fans.
I love it. I love it.
Not even in a final, by the way.
No.
Slagging Man United off. We got 5 finals in 5 seasons.
We got a trophy in our cabinet this year.
Yeah.
Thank you very much. A European trophy at that
Exactly.
as well.
One FA Cup after 6 months. Then what's happened, eh? Nothing. Rage baiting you in the comments. Just love it when all the Arsenal fans are like, I'll have you know. It's only a joke.
Yeah, if you're happy with coming second, that's
Calm
fine.
down.
That's fine.
Yeah. Calm down. Right. Let's have a look then. Season number 4. Can we finally win the Premier League title? Arsenal fans will be furious. There we go. Finally a Premier League title, and it's 105 points as well. Just one loss throughout the season.
Pushed everybody out of the way. Blew them all out of the water. Look.
Yeah.
Lost one game.
Didn't score. The goal difference surprises me,
Yes.
considering how well it
I was
was.
surprised with that, yeah.
Leicester. Who, by the way, finished
bottom
bottom
of
of the league. Brilliant. Drew 3 games against Chelsea, Leeds and Brentford, who,
And
again...
that's how you win the league, when you
Brentford,
beat all
Leeds.
the top teams.
Yeah.
And that's what you got to do.
So, very well done. Finishing quite high, 11
I'll tell you
points
what,
above
when you
Man City.
when you look at that, look at Newcastle's last 5 games.
Yeah, awful. They dropped off from second place, didn't they?
Yes, they chucked that away, didn't they?
So,
Get in.
Isak and Osimhen were the 2 goal scorers behind Erling Haaland this year with 22. Diogo Costa, though, with 18 clean sheets, so 3 more than Dean Henderson from Palace. But decent season, not dominating the player statistics as much as what I thought, considering the points.
Yeah, definitely, yeah.
Winning 34 out of 38 and only having a player here and there dotted around is quite surprising.
Good squad team.
That suggests that it should have been a lot closer, but it wasn't. It was pretty much dominated by Tottenham, and as you can see, you were top all the way through from when we left it all the way through.
Yep.
But was it the only trophy in the cabinet this season? No, because it's back-to-back Champions Leagues. Beating Real Madrid and James Maddison in the final. 4-2 after extra time. Rodrigo is laughing. Tchouaméni and Camavinga's there. Maddison actually played alongside Bellingham in behind Mbappe, who has a 6.1 average rating for that game. That is abysmal.
When you got a defence like I got, just marked in right out of the game.
Yeah, Victor Osimhen scored 2 goals in extra time to lift the Champions League in Athens, which makes it 2 Champions Leagues in a row for Tottenham Hotspur.
Yes, get in.
Absolutely mental. So, not bad at all. Hasn't been done for 2 years since PSG did it in this. But good season overall. Not bad at all. Let's have a look, actually, before at the run of the Champions League, because last year it was quite impressive. It was top this time. Only drawing to PSG in the group stage, winning 7 there. Very easy Champions League group stage, by the way.
I was lucky there with that,
that is abysmal from whoever did the draw there. But Copenhagen in the round of 16, quarter-final. Real Sociedad. Oh, you had
easy way through, wasn't it?
Easy. Then beating Liverpool, which was the only tough match that you had throughout the whole Champions League.
Well, last season I had a really hard breakthrough, no, but this season I had it quite easy. So, yeah.
Not bad. Okay, so 37 goals from Alexander Isak, 36 from Osman, 20 and 15 from Rodrigo there, so not bad at all. And it's £46 million with a very healthy wage budget as well. So one or two players could be added if one or two players do leave. How do you improve a team that's doing that well, though?
Don't know.
That's it.
That's the thing now, isn't it?
Yeah. Okay, season number 5 then. That's when I said you should have had a Champions League. You should be dominating the Premier League. So far, you're not doing too bad. Now, I don't know how you've done it, but I smell some cheating going on here.
Hey, come on.
Luka Vuskovic.
Yeah.
£45 million.
Did Liverpool come calling for?
What are they
and they're
doing?
going to give me 45 million for him? I'm going to take it, ain't I?
Still on a slot. I mean, we all know they overpay for players.
Well, look
I'm baiting the Arsenal fans. Now I'm baiting the Liverpool fans. Come on. Florian Wirtz, 130 mil. What?
look how much he's worth. Hey, look.
Yeah, but I mean, you haven't even played him ever. You loaned him out twice. And he played in the Premier League. I'll give you that for Fulham. But 45 million, and he scored 3 goals in 4 games from defensive midfield or centre back. I've never seen him go for that much money. That's crazy.
That's Liverpool for you, though, isn't it?
Yeah, he said it, not me. Don't come at me in the comments. But that was £200 million raise because Zaniolo left for £46 million. Miguel Gutierrez, Bentancur for 64. Jamie Donnelly for Fulham has gone for £15 million. But yeah, that is crazy. £45 million for Vuskovic.
Thing is, though, like you said just now, how can I sort of like improve that team that I had there? I think this guy does.
Well, speaking of overspending, nearly 300 million on Aurelien Tchouameni. I mean, he's great.
But you just said it, didn't you? How can you improve the team that I've got? You've got to go out and spend the money on a player like this.
Nearly 300 million. He's great, though. I'll give you that. And he comes in and he definitely improves the lineup.
What do you always give me stick for?
Buying too many players.
I only bought one player.
Yeah. In the last 2 seasons as well.
Yeah.
Both from Real Madrid.
Yeah.
But you have changed your tactic, which
yes, I have, yeah.
is another thing I always have a go at you for.
Yeah.
After winning the Champions League and the league, changing it and putting Rodrigo on the right, despite him now being able to play in the centre midfield or centre attacking midfield quite well after last season. So I don't know why you've done that.
I just felt I just wanted him to be more out in the wing really and just sort of put my defence midfield in. It's absolutely solid there, isn't it? I mean, and I'm going to go back to what I said in the first season. My back 5 still the same.
Oh yeah, with Costa. Yeah.
Yeah. So I'm pleased with that.
Yeah.
Really, because I mean, they are, and I still feel now they are that good of a team in the Spurs. We've done so well building that Spurs defence up. I had to keep them.
Yeah.
And I did nearly lose Paro and Romero.
Yeah.
There was teams after them, but I managed to keep them happy, give them new contracts, and keep them.
They're desperate to leave Spurs. Schedule at the start of the season, then it's all wins, as we can see. Defeating Liverpool 4-3. Chelsea 4-0.
Yes.
Rivals there, so that's a big win. I always really enjoy the Chelsea Spurs games. They're always entertaining.
Always a good game in it, yeah.
Beating Burnley 4-0 as well. Alexander Isak is having a whale of a time, as you can see here. His name is everywhere. He's got 8 in 4 league games and 11 in 6 across the season already. He has hit the ground running this season. Will he be lifting trophies? Well, we've got Liverpool in the Champions League and the EFL Cup. So you got to play them quite a lot.
Yeah, I have
beaten them once at the start of the season. Season number 5 then. Can we cap it off with a treble? Let's find out. Well, there is the Premier League title. Getting comfortably as well. Yes. 22 points ahead of Newcastle in second place there, with Liverpool in third. They seem to have lost quite a lot of games at the end of the season. You only lost 3. Arsenal, Man City and Everton all away from home, drawing 4 games there. But only conceding 26.
That's how you win leagues, isn't it?
Great defence. So we'll see Diogo Costa's name up there. 23 clean sheets.
Wow, that's so good, isn't it?
I don't think you've won a golden boot, though.
No.
Which is hilarious. Finishing second.
But I've always had 2 players in it.
Yeah, I think Erling Haaland has been up there each and every time.
Yeah.
But there we go. Assist-wise, no players either. Delo's at Palace as well, which is weird. But Mickey van de Ven, 7.3 from centre-back.
Yeah, it's good.
That's amazing, really. But fantastic stuff. Was it across the season fairly simple? Yeah.
Yes.
Easy stuff.
2 good seasons, really.
Easy stuff.
Dominated the Premier League.
Did we get the treble that we asked for? No. We won the Champions League in a 3-peat, beating Real Madrid again in the final.
Get in.
But Luton Town knocked you out of the FA Cup and Palace in the Carabao Cup, which means you did eliminate Liverpool again. So that's a win. But Man City beat Sheffield United in the final of that one. Carabao Cup, Arsenal won on penalties against Palace. But it's a Champions League win, and it's 4-1 this time in the final after giving them nearly £400 million in the last couple of seasons. Under Xabi Alonso still? Under Xabi Alonso. I thought it would be
2 defenders scoring goals as well. Look.
Yeah.
Pleased with that. Get in. 3 seasons
Very good
in a row.
indeed. Very good. Let's have a look at the Champions League run then. So league phase, top that 8 out of 8 this time round. So that got better and better each time. A lot harder this season, but beating Liverpool 5-2. Bayern Munich away from home 3-0, which is another good one there. And Leipzig at home as well. Into the round of 16, knocking out Eintracht Frankfurt. That's my favourite German side. Quarter-final, Newcastle. So second place in the Premier League, knocking them out in the quarter-final. And semi-final, there's Liverpool again. You played them so many times. And I think you beat them every single time. I think that's 5 games against Liverpool you would have had because of the Cup. And you've beat them every single time by the looks of it.
League and goal scorer in the Champions League.
17 goals from him as well.
Still beat them as well.
Massive season then. 32 goals for Alexander Isak with 11 assists. 23 from Victor Osimhen. Not as high as what I thought, considering the 2 competitions that you won.
I mean, the 3 strikers I brought in have done well for me since I've had them. All 3.
Yeah, and that second season
and
was
Rodrigo coming into it as well. That sort of just finished it off, really, I think.
Well, there we go. But the save game file will be made available for everybody on patreon.com/Omega Luke Gaming or on the YouTube channel members page. And if you're a YouTube channel member, the chances are you might have watched this or another video as early access as well, because that's the benefits that you can get by joining the YouTube channel members, as well as getting a nice little logo next to your comment in the comment section. So really do appreciate all of you guys who support on that. Thank you very much.
Yeah, thank you.
But you can take this save game file on with the £35 million and try and make Spurs the best team in the world if they're not already, and carry on Dad's
3
Spurs
seasons
team.
Champions League.
So there we go, a 3-peat in the Champions League. From the worst team in the Premier League, let's have a look at what Dad did with the worst team in the English leagues as he took on bottom of League 2, Morecambe. That's on your screen right now.